Hello students, welcome back to the another zoology class. Previous classes we completed chapter number 1 living world, and in this class I am going to start a new chapter number 2 kingdom animalia. In these chapters we are going to discuss about the how are animals classified, various characteristic features of animals, habit and habitats of the animals, mode of reproduction, mode of nutrition, the type of circulation, and anatomical structures of the animals. These are the topics we are going to discuss in this part. Let's move on to the topic. Okay, once again I welcome you all for the new class, chapter number 2, Kingdom Animalia. I am Bharadaraja, zoology teacher from Mount Zion Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Pudukottai. First we are going to discuss about what are the basic features of an animal. What are the basic features? All the animals are eukaryotic organisms. Lot of time I explained the term eukaryotic and prokaryotic. Eukaryotic means, once again repeat the definition for a eukaryotic organism. Eukaryotic means animal with or animal cell with true nucleus. That is called a eukaryotic organism. All the animals have a true nucleus. That is the reason the animals are eukaryotic organisms. And all the animals are multicellular in nature. Every animals, the body made up of more cells, multicellular organisms. And a heterotrophic organism. What is heterotrophic? They have no any chloroplast pigment. They cannot produce their own food. They directly or indirectly depends on the other organism for the food sources. That is the reason the animals are heterotrophic in nature. And animals, another one more characteristic features of the animal is can move. Locomotion is another important characteristic feature. For the food or for the reproduction or for any other purpose, animal can move from the one place to another place. This is another unique feature of an animal. An amoeba also can move, but that animal or that organism not comes under the animal category because of they are unicellular organism. Those organisms are kept in a separate kingdom called Protista. Sir, amoeba move agume sir, appo animal appdin kekka kudad. Amoeba move agum, but amoeba protozoan organism. And the protozoan organism ellame separate kingdom Protista la vandruvaanga. Our animals are comes under the another kingdom Animalia. Can you understand the difference? Yeah, the one tani kingdathula vachanga, idu animal kingdathula varamatanga, yaru protozoa. Okay, so these are the some basic characteristic features of an animal. One is eukaryotic in nature, multicellular, heterotrophic, locomotion, reproduction. These are the some characteristic features. What is reproduction? Animals can reproduce their young ones either by a sexual mode of reproduction or a asexual mode of reproduction. So what is the difference between the sexual and the asexual mode of reproduction? The production of young ones by the union of a male and female gamete, that process is called a asexual reproduction. And without the formation of gametes, some animals, some organisms may produce their young ones without the formation of gametes, either maybe by a budding method or fragmentation method or a regeneration method. That kinds of reproduction are called a asexual mode of reproduction. Reproduction also important characteristic features of animal. Not only for animals, plants also can reproduce. Reproduction is a important characteristic features of living organism. Living organism thoda important character, but animal oda important character abdina, these are the some important character. It may be a 2-mark question and list out the characteristic features of animals. Okay, so all the animals can be classified into or grouped into the around 35 phyla. Out of 35 phyla, there are 11 are major phyla. It may be a 1-mark question. எல்லா ஆர்கானிசத்திலையும் 35 ஃபைலத்துக்குள்ள கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. ஃபைலம் அப்படிங்கிறது உனக்கு தெரியும். It is a higher category, one of the higher category in taxonomic hierarchy. Which one is the least category? Very good. Species is the least category in taxonomical hierarchy. Phylum is one of the highest taxonomic hierarchy. Okay. So there are 11 major phyla. We are going to discuss about this 11 major phyla. Characteristic features of these 11 major phyla. Okay. Almost 99% of the animals are invertebrate. What is invertebrate? Animal without backbone or without notochord. That type of animal have no notochord. Notochordங்கிறது வேற backboneங்கிறது வேற நம்ம பின்னால நடத்துறேன் நான். What is the difference between the notochord and the backbone? Majority of the animals are invertebrate. That means animal have no notochord, have no backbone. And remaining animals are vertebrates. That means animal with backbone or animal with notochord. So basically majority of the animals are invertebrate and some animals remaining the 1% of the animals are vertebrate animal. We are comes under that 1% category. நம்மலாம் யார் அப்படின்னா human beings are vertebrate animal. We have a backbone. அதனால தான் நம்மளால ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டாக வாக் பண்ண முடியும். Okay. So in this slide, what are the two parts you have to understand? One is characteristic features of animal, and the second one is what is vertebrate and what is invertebrate. Next slide, and this slide shows the various some examples for vertebrate and invertebrate animal. These all are the animals. Some animals have no notochord or have no backbone. Porifera, Annelida, Echinodermata, Cnidarians, Mollusca, and Platyhelminthes, Arthropoda. Cockroaches, starfish, snail, ascaris, hydra. These are the some example for invertebrate animal. That means animal have no any notochord. And these are the some examples for vertebrate animal. That means animal with notochord. Here backbone கொடுத்திருக்கு. Exact answer is animal with notochord. Here reptiles, aves, amphibians, fishes, mammals, these are the animals are example for a vertebrate animal. And on the basis of presence and absence of notochord or vertebral column, the animals also categorized into two major groups. They are chordate and non-chordate. Non-chordate means invertebrates, chordate means vertebrate. Okay, now you have a clear idea about the difference between the vertebrate and invertebrates. I would like to show the two marine organisms for the invertebrate and vertebrate organism. And this is a specimen. This is a specimen of a shark. And this animal comes under the class Pisces. And this animal have a notochord. That is the reason this animal comes under the vertebrate category. இதுக்கு நோட்டோகார்டு அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் இருக்கிறனால இது எதில் வருவாங்கன்னா இந்த அனிமல் ஷார்க் எதில் வர்றாங்க அப்படின்னா வெர்டபிரேட் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு கேட்டகரியில் வருவாங்க. And one more organisms I would like to show to you. And this is a what a structure of what a starfish. And this starfish also marine organism, even though this organisms comes under the another category called invertebrate. What is the reason? Because of this animal have no any notochord. Both organisms are living in the marine. ரெண்டுமே மரைன்ல தான் இருக்கிறாங்க. But what is the difference? Only difference is present and absence of notochord. In case of starfish have no notochord, that is the reason that animal comes under the invertebrate category. In case of shark, this animal also lives in the marine environment, but this animal comes under the another category called vertebrate because of this animal have a notochord. And one more animal also I would like to show to you. This is what? This is very good, frog. And this frog also an example for a vertebrate animal because of this also have a notochord. Along that human being also comes under the vertebrate category. எந்த கேட்டகரியில் ஹியூமன் பீயிங் வராங்க அப்படின்னா வெர்டபிரேட்ங்கிற கேட்டகரியில் வருவாங்க. இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷன் பார்ட் இஸ் ஓவர். நெக்ஸ்ட் we move on to the Detailed study about the various organisms. Or what are the basic classification we are going to discuss in this part. The basic classifications are level of organization. That means what is level of organization? Already you know very well about what is the basic unit of living organism. What is a basic unit? Cell is a basic unit of living organism. And some organisms made up of unicell or single cell, and some organism made up of multicellular. The unicellular organisms otherwise called protozoans, and the multicellular organisms are otherwise called metazoans. Can you understand the difference? Metazoan means animal body with more cells or more number of cells. ஒரு அனிமலோட பாடியில் நிறைய செல்ஸ் இருந்தாங்கன்னா அது என்ன சொல்லுவோம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மெட்டாசோன்ஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். If the organism made up of single cell, they are called protozoans. Based on their presence of tissue, and based on their presence of organ, and based on their presence of organ systems, the level of organization also classified into cellular level of organization, organ level of organization, organ system level of organization, and basic level is tissue level of organization. In level of organization, we are going to study about these kinds of classes. And what is body symmetry? Body symmetry means division of body parts. Body parts எப்படி பிரிக்க போறோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. There are three types of body symmetry we are going to discuss in this part. Bilateral symmetry, radial symmetry, biradial symmetry. These are the three body symmetry we are going to discuss in this part. And gem layers. There are two kinds of organisms based on their presence of gem layers. One is diploplastic animal, another one is triploplastic animal. What is diploplastic? Diploplastic means that the body wall made up of two gem layer is called a diploplastic animal, and the body wall made up of three gem layers, namely triploplastic animal. Next category is coelom. What is meant by coelom? Coelom means body cavity. Some organisms have a body cavity, some organisms have no body cavity. So based on their presence and absence of body cavity, the organism may be classified into three groups, namely acoelomate, pseudocoelomate, and eucoelomate. And next one is metamerism. What is meant by metamerism? Segmentation of the body. Or animal body order segmentation, that is called a metamerism. The last one is notochord. Already I was explaining the term. Notochord means structure that support to the animal. It is formed during the embryonic development. மறந்துடாது, embryonic development அப்போ ஒரு supportive rod like structure form ஆகும். அந்த ஸ்ட்ரக்சருக்கு பேர் notochordன்னு சொல்லுவோம். So notochord also comes under the basic classification. Okay. So these are the basic level of classification we are going to discuss in this part. The first we are going to discuss about the cellular level of organization. This is one of the basic level of organization that is seen in sponges. One mark la கேட்கலாம், cellular level of organization க்கு example யார் அப்படின்னு கேட்டாங்கன்னா sponges. CS computer science அப்படின்னு வெச்சுக்கோ, computer science. Cellular level of organization example sponges, computer science. Okay. The cells in the sponges are arranged as a loose aggregates and do not form a tissue. This is a basic feature. இங்கே என்ன கிடையாது, செல்ஸ் எல்லாம் அக்ரிகேட் ஆகிட்டாங்க, பட் என்ன கிடையாதுன்னா டிஷ்யூ அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் கிடையாது. லூஸ்லி அரேஞ்சு செல்ஸ். கொஞ்சோன்னு கையில் மண்ணள்ளி வச்சுக்கோ, அவ்வளோதான், அதுதான் ஆர்கனிசம். அங்கே வந்து ஒரு ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்கான ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் இருக்கிறாங்களான்னா தெர் இஸ் நோ ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர், பட் இட் இஸ் மேட் அப் ஆஃப் மெனி செல்ஸ். நிறைய செல்ஸ் இருக்கு. இன்னும் எக்ஸாக்டாக சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா செங்கலை கொண்டாந்து என்ன பண்ணியிருப்பாங்கன்னா ஒரு இடத்துல அடுக்கி வச்சிருப்பாங்க, அல்லது ஒரு இடத்துல கொட்டி வச்சிருப்பாங்க. செங்கல் அப்படிங்கிறது பிரிக்ஸ் இஸ் considered as a cell. If the bricks are aggregated to form, அந்த bricks ஒவ்வொரு செல்ஸ் அக்ரிகேட் ஆகி என்ன பண்ணும்னா to form one organ, ஒரு ஆர்கனா ஃபார்ம் ஆகும். அந்த ஆர்கன் அக்ரிகேட்டட், that organs to aggregate to form a organ system, and the organ systems are aggregate to form a organism. அப்போ ஆர்கானிசம் மீன்ஸ் nothing but it is an individual. Organism means individual. So what is the base for a organism? ஒரு ஆர்கானிசத்துக்கு பேஸ் யாருன்னா செல். In sponges the cellular level of organization is seen, but here there is no tissue formation takes place. என்ன கிடையாதுன்னா tissue formation கிடையாது, எதுல ஸ்பாஞ்சஸ்ல கிடையாது. And they exhibit the cellular level of organization because of the every functions is carried out by the cells of that particular organism. In case of higher organisms like a human being, every functions that are carried out by the every organs. For example, circulation is carried out by the circulatory system. It includes heart, blood vessels, and respiration also carried out by the lungs, and excretion also carried out by the kidney. Like that, every organ have a specific function. But here there is no tissue formation, there is no organ formation in sponges. Spongesல organ formation or tissue formation கிடையாது. அப்போ என்ன நடக்கும்? Every cells, the body made up of group of cells. So due to the absence of tissue, due to the absence of organ, or due to the absence of organ system in sponges, the cells, every cells are responsible for the various functions. எல்லா ஃபங்க்ஷனையும் யார் பார்த்துக்குவாங்கன்னா செல்ஸே பார்த்துக்குவாங்க. See some example here, the division of the labor among the cells. அவங்களோட வேலையை வந்து யார் பிரிச்சுக்கிறாங்கன்னா செல்ஸே பிரிச்சுக்கிறாங்க. So for example, outer layer made up of pinacocytes. This picture is not given your textbook. Draw this diagram in your classwork note or a textbook. This is a pinacocytes. So what is the role of this pinacocytes? It is a plate-like cells. See here, plate-like cells that maintain the size and the structure of the sponges. It is forms the outer covering of the sponges. Bacocyte is large food particle. This is also another important 1 mark question, but this is also not given your textbook. Pinacocytes oda function enna adin padina maintain the size and the structure of the sponges. Along with that, it also responsible for the bacocytic, the large food particle. Bacocyte means to engulf the food particle or to engulf the foreign substances. And next one is inner layer also made up of ganocytes. The ganocytes also lies the inner lining of the sponges, and it also create the water current and also filter the food particle from the water. And last one is collar cells, and this is a collar cells. Marking is not given. Collar cells create and maintain the water flow. So here the body made up of group of cells. Every cells have a specific function. That is the reason the sponges are called the cellular level of organization. Can you understand? Cellular level of organization. Write a short notes on cellular level of organization with an example. That may be a 3 mark question. So you have to study this part for the 3 mark question. Okay. And next part is tissue level of organization. What is tissue level of organization? In case of sponges, there is no tissue formation. Sponges la tissue formation kadayadu, but every cells are responsible for the specific function. But in tissue level of organization, the cells that are perform the similar function and aggregated to form a tissue. Cells எல்லாம் ஒண்ணா சேர்ந்து எதா மாறிட்டாங்கன்னா டிஷ்யூவா மாறிட்டாங்க. This type of tissue level of organization is exhibit in the cnidarians. Cnidarian means coelentrates. And here the formation of tissue is the first step towards the evolution of the body plan in animal. It's an important 1 mark question. முதல்ல tissue formation ங்கிறது அனிமல பாடி பிளான்ங்கிறது bilateral symmetry, radially symmetry, triploplastic, diploplastic and பிரிக்கிறோம்ல, அந்த பிளானுக்கு யார் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப்பா இருந்தாங்க அப்படினு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா tissue formation. Tissue level of organization is seen in Hydra. So tissue level of organization means the cells are aggregated to form a tissue. Here the tissues perform this function. இங்க யார் ஃபங்க்ஷனை பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ண போறாங்க அப்படினா tissue. Okay. And next classification is organ level of organization and different kinds of tissue to aggregate from the organ. ஏற்கனவே கையில் மண் வச்சுருக்குங்கன்னு சொன்னேன், அது வந்து செல்லுலார் லெவல் ஆஃப் ஆர்கனைசேஷன். அந்த மண்ணை ஃபுல்லாக தண்ணி ஊற்றி ஒரு களிமண் உருண்டையாக மாற்றிட்டோம். இது வந்து என்ன சொல்லும்னா டிஷ்யூ லெவல் ஆஃப் ஆர்கனைசேஷன். இப்போ அதில் வந்து ஒரு பானை செய்கிறோம், அது வந்து ஆர்கன் லெவல் ஆஃப் ஆர்கனைசேஷன். நிறையா பானை செஞ்சு வீட்டில் வச்சு விளாண்டோம் அப்படின்னா ஆர்கன் சிஸ்டம் லெவல் ஆஃப் ஆர்கனைசேஷன். In organ level of organization, the different kinds of tissue aggregated to form an organ, and here the organ perform a specific function. For the first time, the organ level of organization is appears in the phylum Platyhelminthes. This is an example for Platyhelminthes. Name of the animal is Fasciola hepatica or liver float. And this is also another example for Platyhelminthes. The name of the animal is Planaria. So for the first time, the organ அப்படிங்கிறது முத எப்போ அப்பியர் ஆனாங்க அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா in Platyhelminthes. So cellular level of organization, it is seen in very good sponges. Then tissue level of organization is seen in very good cnidarians or coelentrates. And organ level of organization is seen in very good Platyhelminthes. And next we move on to organ system level of organization. That means the animal body made up of group of organs, more number of organs. நிறைய organs இருப்பாங்க. Every organ have a specific function. Human being also best example for organ system level of organization. Then after the Platyhelminthes, from the Aschelminthes to vertebrate animal, Aschelminthesல ஆரம்பிக்கிறோம். Ascaris to mammals, human being. All the organisms, the body made up of group of organs. So those organisms are comes under the organ system level of organization category. Okay, what are the examples? Some platforms also have a group of organs: nematodes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata and Chordata. Annelids, earthworm is an example for annelids, cockroach is an example for Arthropoda, and snail is example for Mollusca, and starfish is an example for Echinoderms, and a human being is an example for a chordate. Okay. Each system is associated with a specific function and shows the organ system level of organization. What is another advantage of this organ system level of organization? Highly specialized nerve and sensory cells coordinates and integrate the functions of the organ system, which can be very primitive and simple or complex depending on the individual of the animal. Here the coordination system also seen in organ system level of organization. Coordination system due to the presence of either sensory cell or a brain. Sensory cell பேசிக்காக வந்து சென்சரி செல்ஸ் இருப்பாங்க அல்லது ஹையர் ஆர்கானிஸ் இதில் வந்து பிரைன் இருப்பாங்க. The sensory function also another peculiar character in organ system level of organization. Okay students, in basic level of classification, in this class we discussed about cellular level of organization, then tissue level of organization, organs level of organization and organ system level of organization. And next class we will discuss the another basic level of classification, that is type of digestive system, type of circulatory system, metamerism and notochord. Thank you students. We will meet next class. Thank you.